Festival Ballet Theatre's annual Gala of the Stars showcases internationally revered guest artists from prestigious dance companies around the world.
With really the first one is our 20th anniversary, and it was almost 5 years ago. This is our first gala. Some of them I've seen them before, and I met different galas before, so I invite them because I know what they can do, and sometimes it's the availability. So
we interviewed the dancers and asked about the pieces they would perform, as well as their experience dancing at the gala.
Tonight I'll be dancing Paquita Grand Pas de Deux with Dylan Gutierrez, who's also a member of the Joffrey Ballet. The key to enjoying that particular ballet is to have a real connection with the partner, and I think that Dylan and I have a really good connection on stage. What makes Dylan a good partner is that he's very open. When he thinks he's doing something wrong, he always asks right away, and he wants to fix it right away. And actually, this is our first time dancing together ever, so.
What I like about dancing with Geraldine is that she's very calm, but also a perfectionist, and it's nice to work with that because you know that she always wants to, she always wants it to be better than it was, which sometimes obviously that can be frustrating, but it's great because, she doesn't let me slack, I don't let her slack, and we're always kind of just like pushing each other a little bit to do it better, to find something better about it.
For me, the hardest part of this pas de deux would probably be stamina. I know that I can do every step, but it's going from pas de deux to variation to coda will be quite difficult.
Tonight I'm going to be dancing a pas de deux from Jean-Christophe Maillot's Romeo and Juliet. What's beautiful with this pas de deux is that it's very playful and very fresh, so actually the technique and the steps are not as important as the story. So really what we want to show is just this fresh emotion of new love and the love at first sight and these sort of feelings that you get when you meet that one person.
Well, Stefan has been a fantastic partner for me because I have done the role before he did. So it was an interesting experience to come at it again anew, to see somebody else grow in it from the beginning and to help them, but also to keep myself fresh at the same time. It was a challenge for me, but he's been fantastic, and actually every time we do it, it just gets to be more and more fun and easier and more light and loving.
The first time I ever danced this role was with April, and she was such a great partner to work with, and it was just so easy, and we've worked together in the past on these sort of more emotional relationships. We've danced Swan Lake together also. It was really great working with her because it just felt very natural to fall in love with her in a way on stage.
Juliet is one of the major roles I do with the company in Monte Carlo. It's something I enjoy immensely. It's such a well-rounded role because you get to live through everything from a childish beginning to a first love to a passionate experience and all the way through to the end, to the death. I have to say that I always find myself smiling all the way through this pas de deux. It's just something that catches me from the beginning, and as much as I maybe should be trying to act, I just can't. Everything that I do when I do this pas de deux always comes so naturally, but I think that's a gift of the choreography as well. We really do it all in one. So we try to not let the steps overwhelm the story, and if you can forget about the choreography when we're dancing and just fall in love the way we do, that's the main goal of the piece. I was happy to meet some new people myself, to meet some dancers that I had never met before from New York City Ballet, from American Ballet Theatre, from the Joffrey Ballet as well. And it's really always quite an interesting thing for us as dancers in these gala events because we get to talk to each other and look at each other and see different things, and it's quite exciting and really a wonderful experience for us as well as the audience.
Tonight I'll be dancing two pieces. The first piece is going to be called the Piazzolla Tango, and the second piece is going to be Balanchine's Tarantella. This solo was created about 5 years ago, and a friend of mine made it for me in the studio, and it's been one of those kinds of pieces that I don't perform on a regular basis at New York City Ballet, so whenever I have the opportunity to perform it outside, I find it really exhilarating to perform. This is my first experience with Festival Ballet, yes. I have a lot of energy when I dance, I have a lot of energy as a person, so I think both Tarantella and the tango solo offer wonderful platforms to be able to share that with the audience in two different kinds of ways of showcasing your technique as well. You know, dancing Balanchine ballets are very tough. You need to understand the energy, you need to understand the technique that goes with it. The same way I'd have to prepare differently for classical work, really trying to get into the nooks and crannies of what even the port de bras requires of the dancer. Same way any other artist would have to approach Balanchine's work. There's an attack, there's an attention to musicality that is so distinctive that to really, I think, also dance Balanchine beautifully, I think it helps to have a couple classes that really ignite your technique to work that way. I get most interested actually with galas, not just from a performing standpoint of view, but it's an opportunity for me to really see the other dancers from other companies out there. I mean, I can't get to Seattle, New York, San Francisco in one weekend, so I get to see it all together under one roof, and that's such a unique thing. I think that any gala is able to offer an audience, but it's more important for me as an artist to be inspired by that.
Well, I just graduated from the Bolshoi Ballet Academy, and I'm excited to join the season and be involved with all of their classical ballets. What I like about the bridesmaid variation is that it shows my jumps, and it's kind of hard for the stamina. I would have to say that I look up most to the Russian artists of the Bolshoi Ballet, and I would say that if any dancer I've tried to model, it's kind of the reverse version of Natalia Makharova, because she defected to the United States, and I've kind of done the opposite, which is go back to Russia and really tried to adopt Russian tradition and make it and really put it into my body. So the challenges that I had coming from America and trying to be in a Russian class in Bolshoi, which is very rare, were extreme. I had to learn Russian, and I had to become a Russian dancer, which they trained for 8 years from age 10, and I had to kind of adopt that style and try and graduate at the top of my class. So that was one of the main issues, learning Russian and becoming Russian.
I'm dancing in Staatsballett Berlin. Artistic director is Vladimir Malachov. I'm a dancing piece from year on. It's a modern piece. I believe it's just relationship, emotional relationship between girl and boy.
With galas such as this one, we hope that Festival Ballet Theatre's accomplished resident company dancers and up-and-coming talent will be inspired and learn from the amazing guest stars.
I grew up dancing for Salva Viscala at Southland Ballet Academy, and until I was 16 years old I danced with Festival Ballet Theatre. So being back here tonight is kind of like being at home, so it's really nice to be back.
I feel very blessed with what I have, and I do the best of what I have. I make the best out of it, and not only me, and also the people around me. So I have this atmosphere for all my my supporter and my staff and everyone around me. So this art, you cannot do it from weakness, from being poor. You cannot do it from being depressed. You need to be happy. You need to be rich, even if you're not. Totally richness, and you always have to be enjoyable. You make sure it's enjoyable and make sure it's good for everyone around you.
She is one of the most caring ladies that I know, and the company is just so lucky to have her and have the opportunities that she gives to the dancers here.